It's time to experience the first Premier Pádel tournament on European soil. The Gare Maritime was host to the Belgian stage of Premier Pádel, where the world's top paddle players laid everything on the line for €250,000. The players had 3 weeks to rest and recover. Old and new alliances have formed, and they all want the #1 world ranking. Let's see what went down at the Lotto Brussels Premier Pádel P2. The competition got underway with the women's tournament. In the knockout stages, Esther Carnicero and Marina Lobo suffered an early exit when playing Jessica Castello and Claudia Jensen 6-2, 6-4. Marta Barrera and Marta Caparrós couldn't keep their fellow Spaniards Lucía Sainz and Patricia Yaguno at bay, 6-4, 6-1.
6-4, 6-1.
Qatar semi-finalists Marta Ortega and Verónica Virceda were tested by Marina Guinart and Araceli Martinez in a 3-set game before making a comeback 3-6, 6-4, 6-2. Alejandra Alonso and André Ustero had a grueling competition. Gemma Trea and Claudia Fernandez gave a dominant performance, 6-love, 5-7, 6-3. The favorites, Ari Sanchez and Paula José María, had an easy task beating Ariadna Cañellas and Teresa Navarro 6-2, 6-2. While the #2 seed Delphi Brea and Bea González took the final spot in the women's quarterfinal draw after they beat French-Argentine duo Alex Coyombón and Julieta Vidaurria. The men's competition opened with a Spanish feud Jorge Nieto and John Sanz, beating Javier Rico and Juan Luis Bri 7-5, 6-2. Argentine wildcards Miguel Lamperti and Juan Cruz fought hard to beat Ignacio Saget and Salvador Oria 6-4, 6-4. Mike Yanguas and Javi Garrido faced a challenging game, but secured the win against Álvaro Cepero and Miguel Benítez 6-3, 7-5. Meanwhile, newly formed duo Federico Chingoto and Ale Galán were on fire in the opening set and took the victory 6-love, 6-3 from Gonzalo Rubio and Jairo Batista. Paquito Navarro and Juan Lebrón presented their 2024 debut with a win against Javier Ruiz and Pablo Cardona 6-2, 6-3. Ramiro Moyano and Francisco Gil were the recipients of a clinical opening set from Franco Stupazuk and Marta Dineno, which carried on into the second set 6-love, 6-4. The final match was a relentless 3-sets game. Agustín Coello and Arturo Tapia faced Luciano Capra and Alex Chozas. It was an even playing field going into the third set, but Coello and Tapia showed their world class. 6-3, 5-7, 6-4. The quarterfinals were set. Sanchez and José María seeked redemption after their early exit in Puerto Cabello. And could the #2 seed Lebrón and Paquito revive their glory days after 5 years? Opening the quarterfinals draw, Sanchez and José María were hungry for the win against Acapulco champions Castello and Jensen.
Marathon. Sanchez for the match. Still fighting Castello. But it's not enough. The #1 seeds into the semi-final. Far too good. For the Acapulco winners, 6-2, 6-2.
Sanchez and José María were back on their top form. A highly anticipated quarterfinal followed as Paquito and Lebrón felt pressure to showcase their new partnership. In an astonishing start, Lebrón and Paquito lost the opening set, but were fired up for the second set.
And they take it. 1 set all. We go to a decider. Number 8 seeds on the brink. LeBron couldn't make sure, and Sanz does! What a win! 2 hours and 21 minutes of remarkable drama.
Ultimately, though, it was the youngsters' day in the spotlight as Nieto and Sanz celebrated a hard-fought win. Over on Lotto Court 2, Trea and Fernandez were eager to make a comeback after an injury resulted in
Ale Galan and Fede Chingoto are through to the semi-finals.
The young guns couldn't keep up, however, with Galan and Chingoto. Back on Loro Court 1, Riera and Araujo played Ricardo and Salazar in their second quarterfinal matchup of the season.
One team playing well, the other nowhere near their best. Big smile, another win for them.
Ricardo and Salazar thrashed Riera and Araujo for the win. After coming off a big win in Puerto Cabello, Delphi and Bea looked formidable going into their quarterfinal matchup against Ortega and Berceda.
It's match point for a place in the semi-finals. Delphi to the net, she's gonna get it. Now the soft touch. Bea with power, Bea Gonzalez, the block for Marta. Game, set, and match for the number 2's double.
Delphi and Bea displayed sheer class to lock in the final place in the women's semi-final. It was all to play for as Yanguas and Garrido challenged Stupazuk and Dineno.
6-1 for the Super Pibes.
Stupa and Dineno owned the first set.
And just like that, they have 3 set points. 6-3 in the second set for Mike Yanguas and Javi Garrido.
But Yanguas and Garrido performed an unbelievable fight back.
Saving the first match point, here comes the second. In an epic comeback to get a place in the semi-finals.
Yanguas and Garrido would feature in their second semi-final of the season. In the final match of the day, Cuello and Tapia took on the underdogs Lamperti and Cruz.
Game and first set.
In a shocking opening set, Lamperti and Cruz were in the lead.
They only need one. The number 1s are back for a place in the semi-finals.
What a closing quarterfinal after 2 hours. Cuello and Tapia took the win for a place in the men's semi-final. The semi-finals were about to get underway. Triay and Fernandez would be determined to reach their second final. While in the men's draw, we'll see Yanguas and Garrido challenge Cuello and Tapia.
One more, and if needs be, there'll be plenty more, I suspect.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for the final showdown. Could this be Triay and Fernandez's first title win? Chingoto Galan prepared for another final test against Cuello and Tapia. Gemma Triay and Claudia Fernandez were in hot pursuit of their first ever championship win. Duffy Brea and Bea Gonzalez sought their second title of the season. There was a lot at stake for both teams.
First win of a possible 2 for Jorge. Second win in a row for Red.
Couple of chances to do this, Chingoto. He got that right. Didn't give him a chance to play it.
Hemos estado a un gran nivel, que ellos han demostrado venir con esa racha ganadora y darle la vuelta cuando teníamos prácticamente para cerrar el partido. Pero aún así hemos seguido creyendo en nosotros.
That brings us to the end of the first Premier Padel in Europe. But fear not, we're heading straight to Spain for the Sevilla Premier Padel P2 for the next phase in the 2024 Padel calendar.